What is up, traders? This is your boy Vlad coming with a November recap video. So November was my first losing month that I've had. A lot of missed opportunities. November was really a really good trading month, and I did not capitalize at all. So I'm just gonna go over all of my trades. Just make sure that the volume is good. I always got okay, because yeah, I don't edit my videos. I do it all on live, so that's why I always got to check. But yeah, looks like everything is up and up, so let's get started. All right. Okay. All right. First trade. This was November 3rd, ISEE. See if I remember what I did. Oh yeah, with this, I was super stubborn with it. I saw that this stock was bouncing back on, I believe, this day. Yeah, it was around this day. So pretty much, I thought that it was doing, because it gapped down. This stock initially ran from 97 cents all the way to $4.27. And I thought for sure, okay, this stock is going to have a pullback. So the trading idea was correct as far as what my train of thought, because it had this big up, so it's eventually going to have some type of pullback. And I thought since it gapped down on this day that it was going to collapse. See if I could do a 20-day. This was on the floor. That was actually this day. Yeah, it was this day. Let me just verify the trade. Actually, the 31st. Okay, there it is. I do apologize, guys. All right, now I remember. So it had this big up day, and on this day, normally whenever a stock, have its first red day, then you tend to see a big reversal. So I went short overnight with this stock, but then on the first, it actually gapped. It gapped up a little bit, but then it had this big collapse. During this collapse, I saw that it was, it was hitting the lows here around the 308s. See if I could even show it up here. Hopefully I haven't. Yeah, right here. It did this at a little double bottom right here. Exactly the trade. It gapped up here. Let me zoom in. It gapped up. The next thing you know, it just started collapsing. But it held support right here, and I saw that. And in my mind, I was thinking the whole time, I was like, okay, Vlad, go ahead and get out. Just take the profit and get out. But then, greedy Vlad started speaking like, well, this thing is up from 97 cents and it's at $3. It should, get back down to the twos, and if it get down to the twos, then your profit is going to be a lot better. So saw this collapse, then it bounced up, then saw this other collapse. Then as it started grinding up, and it perked past this VWAMP area, that was the signal for me to get out. But I was like, nope, this thing gotta go down. I'm right, majority of the time. So let me just hold on. And sure enough, I didn't follow the trend. It bounced off the VWAMP, then started grinding. Then it had this explosive burst. Then I saw it again. It came back down to the VWAMP where I could have just got out for just like a small loss. I mean, it probably would have been like $40. But I was like, nope, it's gonna collapse. It just hit the VWAMP. Then when this happened, I was like, see, I told you. Then it did another double bottom. Man, I watched this thing just grind up on me. And I should have cut my loss. So I end up cutting my loss like somewhere right here. Could have been avoided. Like this trade, I mean, it wasn't like a fast spike. It wasn't like something that I couldn't react to. I totally could have reacted to this. But I was being greedy. I was being stubborn. So with that mindset, it cost me $211. I mean, this trade here, like, I just made stupid mistakes. Rookie mistakes, I know I'm still a rookie, but this mistake I shouldn't have made. So yeah, with that $211, SINT, I just got caught in the offering, so it was but the bad part about this though is I had several times to be able to get out, because this trade I had bought it on 10/17/2019, and I had plenty of opportunity to get out, but I wanted to see the stock rip to the threes, and it never did that. And I had plenty of time. Like, you're gonna see with my trades in November, I had plenty of time to get out the stock trades, but due to greed, the greed ended up costing me to lose, and not only lose but lose big. Because with this, one day it announced an offering, and this thing just tanked. Nothing I could do, just take the L. So it took a large loss of $410. And that just like 2 days back to back. Bang, bang. Start of the month. So my next trade is actually going to be a win. And this was the first red day. Now this trade played out perfectly. I couldn't have been more proud of myself on this trade. With this, I saw it gapping up, and it had 4 green days, or 3 green days. I count these as green. I mean, technically this is still a green day, but I count this as an uptrend green day. And I saw that pre-market that it was having trouble right around this area. So I was watching this thing like a hawk. So I wanted to be so careful, because I didn't want it to just keep ripping up and get to like the 4s. So I waited to like a huge crack. Once I saw this, once I saw, I want to say, did I wait for the bounce? I don't think I waited for the bounce. I saw this big crack right here, and it had some volume. I got in right here, playing it off the VWAMP, and I just held it, got out during this dip here. I think I got out like half. Then I held the rest, and I got out the rest right around here. So it was an excellent trade. I was very patient. I didn't get full size. I wanted full size, but this was the first red day, and I just played real nicely. KGJI, that wasn't really nothing. I was buying it when it was, because like every day I was making a low, and all I was just buying, just anticipating for a reversal. Reversal never happened, So I was just playing it safe, and I got out for a $9 loss. BNGO, this was a nice bounce short. The crazy thing about it, like people on Twitter, when I was telling them I'm shorting it, oh man, not on Twitter, but stock tweets, they were livid. Like, oh, you can't short this, all this and that. And I actually was shorting it on this day because they were talking about this is going to go to the moon. The thing I like about bounce short is very predictable. Because you could access it by the volume. Because on this day it had 68 million. On this day it had 37 million. So for a stock to be able to go up, you got to realize there's bag holders on these days, and plus this thing is gapping up. More likely, if you're a bag holder, you're gonna get out the stock. So just that simple, that simple strategy. And sure enough, it bounced, and I even got in pre-market. I didn't even I got a starter position. This was actually my starter. I didn't even get full position, and I just saw it pre-market. It gapped up, and I knew it was gonna come down due to the volume. Shorted it right at pre-market, and I exit right there in pre-market. I wanted to re-short it again when the market opened, but I just never pulled the trigger. This was stupid. Try to anticipate earnings. Luckily, it was just a $38 loss. It was actually a lot worse to begin with, but it ended up bouncing, luckily. So do not anticipate earnings. Don't recommend it. Same thing with this. It was having green CEI, and it's still going on its lows. But when it started coming down, I was just trying to anticipate the lows, and it just kept dropping. So I just took small loss of $3, nothing big. VIVE. This is another one. I try to buy anticipating earnings. Luckily, it announced earnings here, and this thing gapped up the next morning. Gapped down the next morning, and I was down a lot. But luckily, I had this day that it bounced up a little bit, and I just took off. Yeah, that wasn't the best way to play earnings. Normally for earnings, what you should do, and this is what I'm incorporate, that I already knew this, but I don't know why, sometimes I break the rules that I already know. And as you could see, it cost me $222. This could have been avoided. Like really avoided. Like I bought it because it was low float. It announced earnings. The earnings wasn't, I don't know if the earnings were good or not. But I mean, it sounds stupid when I say it out loud, because literally I really didn't know if the earnings was good or not. But it did announce one part was good and the second part was good. I mean, I've seen stock before that listed the same thing in the shares of the stock skyrocket. So this is me anticipating, and I didn't wait till the reaction of what other buyers was thinking. Instead of just piggybacking off of it, I didn't piggyback. So this cost me $222. All right, so CEI, I bought off the lows, no news. So I pretty much did the same thing. See, this is a good category, a good explanation of buying earnings. And I let the market, oops, that wasn't it, it was simple. NSYS, NSYS. It was on this day. Like, I saw pre-market that it announced good earnings, and I was buying like right around here. Like the reason why I bought it pre-market, because I do a lot of buying in pre-market. I know some people don't. But the reason why I bought this is because of the earnings. And not only that, when this thing was up because of good earnings, at the time when I bought it, it only traded pre-market about 100,000 shares. I mean, that was not that much shares. So I anticipated that the buyers are going to come in as soon as the market opened. And yep, I was right. 17 million came in at the market. So I didn't even buy that. I just bought a starter position on this. Then I just sold right into the not the gap up, but the push up, the spike in the morning. So this was good earnings, very small position. I want to say I did maybe 200 shares. It wasn't that much. Yeah, only 200 shares. So it wasn't that much, and as soon as it spiked, I just sold. APEX, this was actually a stock that I was holding for a long time. Never did the moves. There's pretty much it. Like I bought this on 9:30, and I sold on 11:13. Like it never moved. Like APEX did a reverse split, and I was buying this early too. I'm buying on this day. Pretty much, I just scaled down my average.